starting to bring in news and information about rides and causes around this area. My name is Merlin Wagler, and I have a co-host, Mike Beatty, which cannot be with us tonight. We have a special guest tonight, Yacky Byers, and he is going to tell us a little bit about the Support the Troops Ride. Yacky, how did the Support the Troops Ride become about?
Well, a couple of friends of mine were watching a TV news series, and somebody was protesting our actions in the garden. They broke the window out on the police car, and they felt that the guys ought to see something positive instead of somebody negative about what they were doing. So they said, "What would you think about putting on a ride for the troops?" And I said, "What do you want me to do?" Well, could you lay out a route? I said, "Well, yeah, I can lay out a route." So we, between the three of us originally, we decided about 75 miles would be a decent route, a decent distance. And you don't have to pay nothing, just show up with your patriotism, and red, white, and blue, and show the troops over there that no matter what the politics are, there was a group of us that supported the job that they did. Not only the ones that were deployed, but anybody that ever put on a uniform and stood up and was a troop. So that's where it originally started at. And probably 6 of us involved in it. Most of them, including me, really didn't want our names and our faces up front on it. We just wanted it to be for the troops. So that's where it started at. And the momentum took a hold on our very first ride. The weather wasn't really that friendly, and we'd only had about 3 weeks to put it together, but we had almost 200 people show up. So we decided we would do it as long as there was troops deployed or troops, or we were able to do it. So it's now in its 13th year.
That's a good long run.
The best ride we've had, numbers-wise, was one count was 1,700, the other count was 2,000. So that's in between that. And the lowest we've had is right at 250 to 300. And the bad part about it is weather related. A lot of people just won't come out and claim it weather.
So this is rain or shine?
Rain or shine. We used to advertise in case of thunderstorms, because that particular time of the year, the last of April, if we had tornadoes on the ground, we probably wouldn't have went. Well, not always.
Right. Well, let's say I'm not a rider, can I participate in it anyway?
We prefer that you be licensed, able to ride a motorcycle, because it's a motorcycle ride. A lot of people want to turn it into cars and trucks and I don't know what else, but it's a motorcycle ride that's escorted, and people stay there. There's other people that sometimes tag along behind it. Basically, motorcycles.
Okay. Is there a route that I can maybe do a flag or anything so I can show my support?
Yes. On the other end of it, what generated itself was, first of all, the Kokomo Fire Department. We talked them into putting up their great big flag, which is just awesome when you see it. And by the third ride, because we do the same route every year, the same time, same day of the week, it repeats itself. It just grows bigger and bigger. We have people stand along the route and go out there with their flags and cheering, old people and little kids. And it's awesome for us, and it's awesome for them. So if you want to see it, the route starts from Darrell Chapel Park. We go down Goyer to Boulevard to Alto to Cartwright to 931. And once we get to 931, We join back up at 31, we go down to 28. We turn left at 28. We go through Tipton to Elwood. And turn left at Elwood at 37. We come back to 22. And can bring that back into Darrell Chapel Park. And moving along the way, Tipton, when we go through there, their fire department puts their units out. And several years, the Boy Scouts have lined up with flags. They participate in it good. A couple of years ago, Windfall's fire department, they started rolling out their volunteers. They would come out at 28, just past Hobbs. And it just keeps growing and growing because the people that want to watch it, it's just taking on. I don't know the one of a better word. It just took on a life of its own.
Very patriotic thing to do, really.
It's not a ride that the original 6. Most of them are gone now.
But I went to go back. And
the ride will go on because
is there
anything a rider that's going to be there can do to prepare for the ride? Is there, I know you do waivers and stuff. Is there any places?
Here's the whole procedure. Park opens up 10 o'clock. We start pre-stage at 10 o'clock. And if you don't mind standing around yapping with your friends, you can come out anytime after 10 o'clock. The only thing that's required, not required, but suggested, is a full tank of gas. We've got waivers that you have to sign.
But JD, I didn't even know.
Yeah, those waivers, can they?
Waivers can be gotten if you go online at abateonline.org and ask for office forms. There's a waiver that comes up and you can download that waiver, sign it. When you come out there, just hand it to the people that's collecting the waivers, and it will save some time on it.
Yes, that will speed things up.
We'll have that information on the website also.
Yes, that will speed things up. We always hope for good weather and great bikes.
That's one thing that can't control is
And we do, when it's an escorted ride, what does that mean?
okay. The way an escorted ride works is we're fortunate enough to have a motor unit, 4 motorcycles in this area, and they lead it. We've contacted other officials along the route to have people block the main intersections, but all you have to do is follow the leader.
So you don't want a gap to where cars can get in between. You want to stay a real close distance.
If you stay a close distance, and the other
For the
thing
safety.
that some of us veteran riders just kind of repeat to people over and over, we're all going to the same route in the same place. If you came out today and was going to ride next to Leroy, but now there's an empty gap in front of you, when you get back, Leroy will be right there with you, so you don't have to ride. Stay there just where your best friends at. You need to keep it up close. You got to pay attention when you're riding in a group. If something happens and you need to exit the group, you have to let the person behind you know what you're doing. We'll have people along the road that will ask you very politely to get in the park and get staged. We have people that will guide you in at Darrell Chapel Park, and they'll point you in. And once you get in, you have to just start lining up behind each other and keep the driveway clear so more people can get in. And we try to be polite about it, but it gets tight. It's time to go. If you fuel up before you get there, you don't have to come in, then leave, then come back. Because when you're leaving, other people are trying to come in. So
Causes a little traffic congestion.
So this ride happens what, April 26th this year?
This year,
And we leave the park at 1:30
1:30
sharp.
sharp.
So-
The ride itself will always be the last Sunday in April, no matter what. Kickstands up at 1:30, no matter what. It's always free. There's never be a charge. We don't want anyone to try to raise money there. We'd really like for you not to bring a bunch of flyers and advertise your own rides. We would just like for it to be a ride for the troops.
That's a great thing. You know, the Ride for the Troops, they do so much for us. So, in that being said, that's going to be it for the show tonight. But stay tuned, because we will have a bunch of interviews at the ride Sunday with Mike Beatty. So, for now, I want to thank V-Twin for letting us film this here. And until then, Twizzted Throttle and have some fun.